steal dances, the main opportunities, things that we were talking about was...
Stealing is not passing. Stealing is not giving the follower up and saying, you take her. It's actually cutting in and overlapping the lead.
Right. So opportunities come from, firstly, the follower has to follow the law of inertia. If she stops herself or turns around, it's going to get ugly and messy, right? So the windows of opportunity are anytime we're in between direction changes. So we want to leave count 1 alone because that's just getting momentum going. But in a pass, as long as I'm in there before count 5 and, which is where we're reestablishing that stretch, I'm all good. In something like a sugar push, I have to be in before compression starts or on the way out of compression before my anchor starts, right? So some of the opportunities we showed, is there a leader that's not filming right now? Any leaders not filming?
No.
Nella, could you jump in here for me? So Nella's gonna be a leader here for a second. So she's leader A, I'm leader B on this sugar push. So I have the opportunity right now, as Tessa's moving back, I could take her back, I could take her hips, turn that into something like a whip. I'm using that energy of her coming back. I could even just try and pick up her hand and walk into another pattern from there. On the way in, I have to make sure that, well, if she already has 2 hands, I'm screwed. I want to get my hand in before leader A can get their hand into that. And then from there, I'm using the compression. We're dual leading for a second. Then I can take off because leader A will yield at that point to me. I could also have used, what else? I could have gotten in there, still taken her back, but I was in there for the compression as well.
All right.
Right? Then we talked about on
Underarm turn?
turns.
No posting.
On an underarm turn or something like that. If we're not posting, my windows of opportunity happen through the loop as we're coming down through the turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6.
That was the nicest one.
Right? I'm going through the hole there. I can pick her up and close. I could have taken the hand. I could do the loop-de-loop arm and literally just cut through the 2 of them on the way down. Or if I'm on, just go back 1 second. If I'm on this side, I could use the redirect action. So on 2 into 3, I can use that hip catch and redirect. The same way that if I was leading a normal underarm turn, we can redirect right there. Again, I can do that as the extra leader. Ooh. And away we go. Then we talked about in rotation. So we were just doing that little catch. Open up. In rotation, free spins are awesome because I can do anything. I can pick up a hand, maintaining rotation. I can pick up a body part. As long as I'm using a rotational force to try and slow her down and I'm not grabbing on to stop her, life is all good. Or I don't want to do one of these. Go in and hug her, right? But if the hand is attached, if she happened to be leading over top or attaching a hand.
So like this?
Yep. I can either take the hand that's up.
Not awesome, but okay.
I could take the hand that's down.
Better.
Notice there I waited for her. Or again, I could use a hip or a body part to get a redirection. Elbow, hip, any of those things coming in.
Follower side.
Follower side.
Followers, you can follow the same rules. So if there's a spare body part, I can jump in and block her or beat her to the punch, get my hand in there, and then he dual leads us until the next direction change.
So I would let go of follower A before I get to my anchor point.
Or?
You're also doing something like where you were attaching.
Okay, that sounds.
Right? So I